Please sit down. Your name, please. Okay, Mr. Vaibhav, it's the first time you are going to the UPSC?
Sir, it is my third attempt, but second means and first interview.
First interview?
Yes.
Okay. Kindly open the button of your coat. Please open the button.
Okay, sir.
Sit relaxed. There also you should sit like that only.
Yes.
Okay? Let your back touch the back of the chair, please. Aram se baito. Relax. Please tell us something about yourself.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am from Muzaffarpur, Bihar. I have done my schooling from a boarding school run by Railways in Mussoorie itself. Then I did my graduation from NIT Allahabad in Production and Industrial Engineering. And so my interests include football, reading self-help books, and going on excursions.
Okay. So, Allahabad, can you tell me the story of Samudra Manthan? Why was it done and what all came out of it?
Yes, sir. Samudra Manthan is related to the Sangam area in Allahabad itself. There was a story that demons and gods were fighting to get this nectar, and there God Vishnu came up and he got this nectar from the demons in the form of a pitcher that is called kumbh, and the drops where it fell are today known as the holy spots for this Sangam.
Okay. Now, please tell me that Delhi, is having riots again. I'm sure you know this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you were the DCP of the area and you got information on phone that at Jahangirpuri place X, H block, people are indulging in violence and throwing petrol bombs, burning buses, damaging property, killing people, what action you will take?
Yes, sir. So first and foremost, I will rush to the team, and if I am not there, I will send a team of police so that wherever the crowd is, they know that the police is watching them. So second, I will also use some loudspeakers to diffuse the tension, and I will also ask through the loudspeaker itself if they are having genuine concerns. There, one of the leaders can come and tell the police itself, and they will provide solutions. And sir, when the mob gets unruly, we can also use the speaker to tell them that all those who are indulging in them will have to bear the consequences because they are being video recorded. We can use drones also for this thing, because it will act as a strong level of deterrence, because most of the time the mob gets involved in this because they think that they will just commit the violence and they will get away free because it is being done by mob. But if we use this, it will act as a cognitive deterrence towards them.
Okay. Can you tell me whatever you know about national monetization pipeline?
Yes, sir. So national monetization pipeline has recently been unveiled by the government. It is a plan to monetize the assets that is related to railways, pipelines, infrastructure, roads and highways, and this the government is using this to bridge its fund gap.
Have they raised any money out of it so far?
Yes, sir.
How much?
Recently, I think, sir, they raised 94,000 crore, near about.
There is 94,000 crore.
Yes.
From
However, the target is
from where?
Yes, sir.
This 94,000 crores they got from where?
Yes.
Which assets? From which assets?
Sir, from the monetization of highways and the pipelines and the railways they are trying to do.
Now in Narega, you know the Narega scheme, if I am a villager and if I apply for work,
Yes, sir.
and if I don't get it, what remedy do I have?
So the first and foremost, the job card is vetted by the Gram Sabha itself, and once if you are there in the job card has been given to you, and if you do not get the given employment, then you are also have entitled to the employment allowance.
And if I don't get the allowance also, then what do I
Yes.
do?
So then, sir, we can also register our complaint to the block office, which is there.
Now, the REGA rates, when were they revised last?
So recently, during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, they were revised.
Lot of people are saying these days the history of India should be rewritten. A lot of debate is going on.
Yes, sir.
What is your view? Should it be rewritten?
So most of the times it is seen when the government change or when the ruling government change, they try to influence the books, NCRTs, textbooks, etc. Because all the different parties have the different ideologies. According to them, the persons and the nationalities or the personalities which are there, their role and contribution also differs. But sir, changing the book is not changing the directly all these books and etc. is not a good thing, because it is already done by eminent scholars who belong to different universities and who give their own views about them, and that's why, sir.
So it should not be done.
Yes, it should.
But tell me now, India as of India today, Northeast was a part of India today, and there is no mention of anything about the Northeast in the
Yes,
history, or much less focus is on the southern India.
Yes, sir.
Should that not be added?
Definitely, sir. That's why, because sometimes it is whenever the government tries to revise all these things, there are protests
But
from.
you just said it should not be rewritten at all.
No, sir, it should be rewritten, but only, sir, when a team of dedicated, committed experts are there, and some guidelines to which have to be given, such as inclusion of Northeast, inclusion of tribal peoples.
Which self-help book you read last?
Sir, recently I read Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Did you adopt anything out of it?
Yes, sir.
What?
So earlier I used to involve in procrastination of things, but adopting this, I planned my schedule very well, and by using different initiatives that have already been mentioned in the book.
So you think you are a better person now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Vaibhav, tell me your understanding of inflation. It's going up,
Yes, sir.
it's
Yes.
rising, and it has immense implication. First, tell me, what do you understand? How is the inflation seen today? The WPI inflation
Yes, sir.
and the retail inflation.
Yes. So WPI inflation is already as high as 14%, and CPI retail inflation has already breached the limit 6 point something it is, and so now there are concerns that CPI inflation may not be set aligned with WPI inflation itself, because it will also burden the economy.
Why should it be aligned?
It should not be aligned, because it will raise the cost of the general cost of living.
Why has the inflation risen?
Yes, sir. There are various reasons.
WPI has been rising
Yes, sir.
in sort of double digits for the last 1 year,
Yes, sir.
and nobody was concerned.
Yes, sir.
Why is there concern now?
Because the concern is because of CPI retail inflation, and this is because of the rising oil prices. There is also impact of Russian-Ukraine war.
But oil prices have now stabilized at around $100.
Yes, no, sir. But
Plus Russia is offering a discount of $33 per barrel.
yes, sir. So, but all the demands which have India placed, the oil supply will come in the later months itself, from the May itself. And also, sir, there is also a rise in demand, which was seen after we are recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. There has also been a pent-up demand also there.
So what are the other causes of inflation?
And yes, sir, just now. Yes, sir. Sir, the other causes are also, sir, there is rise in prices of commodities too, like food inflation is also there. And sir, the other causes can be linked to, sir, there is a.
But India is in a comfortable food situation. The agriculture crop
Yes, sir.
is at record levels.
Yes.
We are thinking of exporting wheat,
Yes, sir.
vegetables, no issues. So why
Yes.
should food prices be going up?
So because they are also related to the oil prices because of the transportation costs. This thing is also included in this.
Okay, so what should the government do? What should the RBI do?
Yes, sir. So RBI has already stretched its limit by having an accommodative policy stance. And so second, sir, we can also use this system.
No, accommodative policy stance means what?
Yes, sir. Like it is not interfering much with the repo and reverse repo rate, and so as to keep the economy in check through the through external hand. Like earlier there was a high liquidity in the system itself, but now it has also come with a different liquidity adjustment facility.
But repo rate is the
Yes.
same.
Yes, it is the same.
So it is infusing liquidity in the market.
Yes, sir, but it does not want to take out the liquidity all at once, because
Theref- that is precisely the reason why inflation is rising.
yes, that's yes, sir.
So what can the RBI do now? It has to wait for the next monetary policy review. It is after 2 months.
Yes, sir. But sir, it has already put a new
That is another tool.
yes, a new
But
tool.
why not increase the repo rate?
Because sir, it will also impact the investment, sir. Because
So there is this dilemma between putting
Inflation
inflation,
and growth.
down or giving incentive to growth.
yes, sir.
Which side are you on? Controlling inflation. If you control inflation, the rates will have to increase. Then your growth goes down.
Sir, we have to balance both of them, sir.
How will you balance? How do you balance? You'll have to raise interest rates,
Yes, sir.
and that
Sir,
will impact growth.
Yes, sir. So because the inflation is not just affected by repo rate, or that is monetary policy, but there are also other sides such as fiscal policy as well as administrative
So
policy.
what fiscal policy measures can be
Yes,
taken?
sir. Fiscal policy, sir, the government can also rationalize its subsidies, and similarly, sir, there in
Subsidies, no government will do that. What? Elections every year, that is not an option. Or do you think that's an option?
sir, it can be rationalized. If we do not want, if we just do not want to take every subsidy out, but we can rationalize. For example, we can check the leakages in subsidies. That will also save government's money, and it should also.
But yeah, this is the age of populism. So don't talk of tampering with the subsidies. Okay, now tell me, what in your opinion are the long-term impact? What is the long-term impact of COVID?
COVID-19.
You know, there is something called long COVID. Do you understand what is long COVID?
Yes, sir, whose repercussions are seen over the years.
Yes. So tell me something about them.
Sir, the most significant which we are seeing is the shortage of semiconductor crisis, which was exacerbated during the COVID-19. So second, sir, there is also disruption in supply chain because it has not been stabilized yet. Because we have already seen recently.
Disruption of supply chain for what?
Sir, these semiconductor chips.
You've already said that.
Yes.
What
yes.
else?
This also, sir, the recently, sir, Russia-Ukraine war. This oil and gas commodity prices are also. Also
how is that
disrupted.
related to COVID? How is that a COVID impact?
Sorry, sir. Yes. And sir, if we go for second thing, sir, this only, sir, the high rate of inflation which is there because of repo rate, which was increased during the time of COVID. This
That has nothing to do with COVID.
it was increased it was decreased to infuse the liquidity into the system.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Vaibhav,
Yes, sir.
I am very impressed with your depth, and I find that you were a finalist in the NEI idea contest.
Yes, sir.
What was your idea?
So yes, sir, my idea was related to Project Omni Wheel, in which I tried to design a wheel that could wheel of a car that could move sideways, or it can also do a 360-degree rotation on a single place. Like today we are having just a lateral motion, but it tried to do sideways motion to solve the problem of parallel parking, where there is a small space and there is tight constrained environment.
And you're fond of quizzing. You were the
Yes, sir.
head of the college quiz club.
Yes, sir.
You're a football enthusiast.
Yes, sir.
You read self-help books. You said that you recently read Atomic Habits.
Yes.
It's by James Clear.
Yes, sir.
Can you name some other books by James Clear?
Sir, I'm not at another book of, because this was
Okay.
recently
Now,
released.
apart from Atomic Habits,
Yes, sir.
which other self-help book have
yes,
you read?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have also read Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. He was a former Navy SEAL officer. He has also given very practical insights to how to do self-growth.
But any self-help books by an Indian writer?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Very famous, sir. The Robin Sharma. He wrote The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari.
How does he try to help you? What self-help advice does he give?
Yes, sir. Sir, in his book, he wrote how to balance our work life, because sometimes in the era of competition, we tend to overstress ourselves. And in this only, he said that in this era, we also need to have a positive energy, which we can cultivate by giving positive thoughts to our subconscious mind.
All right. Now, as a quiz enthusiast,
Yes, sir.
you would be following world affairs,
Yes.
isn't it? Now, what can you tell me about the latest situation in the Russia-Ukraine conflict? What is Russia now attempting to do?
Yes, sir. So Russia is attempting to gather the pace in the eastern region of Ukraine. Recently, they are fighting for Mariupol region, because it will directly provide them a land connect to Crimea region, because it is very significant to have this in its entire strategic capability. And so also in Russia-Ukraine war, now the stance of Ukraine has also changed. Now it is said that it will not do away with any inch of its territory, which earlier, while it was earlier it was ready to negotiate on these territories of Donetsk and Luhansk. And sir, also recently a warship of Russia's was also sunk in the Black Sea.
What was the name of that ship which
Yes,
was
sir.
sunk?
Some Moscow.
All right. Now, on a related issue, the US had tabled a resolution in the UN General Assembly to suspend the membership of Russia from
Yes.
the UN Human Rights Council. Now tell me, is the Human Rights Council an organ of the United Nations?
Organ.
Yes. Or let me put it differently. Which are the 6 principal organs of the United Nations?
UNHRC is not the organ, and sir, 6 organs are UN General Assembly, UN Secretariat, UN Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, UN Economic and Social Council, and UN Security Council.
Now, then where does the UNHRC place? What is that?
So it is an intergovernmental body, I think.
No, but if it's not an organ,
Yes, sir.
at what is its ranking? Where does it figure in the UN system?
Okay, sir. So, according to me, sir, it is an intergovernmental body which
It's a
is.
sub-organ.
Yes, sir.
It's a sub-organ reporting to ECOSOC. And
Thank you, sir.
where is it located, the UNHRC?
It's a Geneva, Switzerland.
How many members?
So members are permanent, or
There
I think
are only
sir,
permanent
yes,
members.
yes,
I mean, they are re-elected. Yes.
Yes, sir. So I
They're
think
re-elected.
48, around 48, I think.
You were wrong by 1. Look up again. All right. Now, what can you tell me about Prime Minister's address at the recent BIMSTEC conference, BIMSTEC summit? What are the issues which he highlighted?
Sir, yes. Recently, sir, in the summit, he highlighted for a free BIMSTEC free trade agreement, and also he stressed that in the today's tense time around the world, we need much more cooperation in our own neighborhood for our own collective security. He also outlined a $1 million grant fund for the renovation and rejuvenation of BIMSTEC Secretariat, and so it also addressed to meet. It also gave 15 focus points on which BIMSTEC will try to address their concerns, such as terrorism, security, ocean energy, ocean resources such as fisheries, and all these things, sir.
All right. Thank you.
You are from Oak Grove School.
Yes, sir.
It's a railway school.
Yes, sir.
Is it right for the railways to run schools now in these times?
Yes, sir. As per Vivek Debroy committee, it also highlighted that the railways must exit from non-core areas such as railways, hospitals, and these things. But sir, it would not be wise to do this thing at just an instance. Rather, railways can start with those units where it is having large number of losses. Thus, it can be taken up for consideration in a calibrated manner over a period of time.
But government has already come out with some rules which says they want to wind up these schools. Are
Yes.
you aware of it?
Not sure,
You
sir.
are not aware of it. All right. So you also play football.
Yes, sir.
Who is your favorite player?
Sir, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
Messi.
Yes.
All right. So many people say that Ronaldo is as good or even better than Messi.
Yes, sir.
Can you justify that Messi is a better player? How?
Yes, sir. So if we see only by the stats, Messi has now more Ballon d'Or awards than Cristiano Ronaldo. And so second, if we see, although Messi has not won as number of international competitions as Ronaldo has, but still Messi has scored the most number of La Liga season goals also when they were playing both aside together. Messi is, we can say that Cristiano has also been lucky because he had a good time, and the team of Real Madrid in which he was playing, they won 3 consecutive Champions Leagues.
No, the point I am saying is that at the end of the day,
Yes, sir.
the football game is all about scoring.
Yes, sir.
On any given day, Ronaldo would be the most obvious scorer or most definitely he would score
Yes.
than Messi. So from that perspective, isn't Ronaldo today a match winner?
So sorry, sir, I beg to differ because although Ronaldo scores in big games, but Messi has been consistent throughout the season. And also, sir, Messi is more of a team player who creates winning situations. Like no one can doubt his Messi's still the dribbling abilities and also the style of game he plays, where he creates chances for others to score. If we see if we compare him with Ronaldo, the number of assists per goals of Messi has always been higher than Cristiano Ronaldo himself. Cristiano Ronaldo is more of a
All right.
Yes.
All right. Now you are from Bihar,
yes, sir.
Muzaffarpur,
Yes, sir.
right? And suppose I were to put this question to you: can Bihar regain the glory of Magad? You give me a convincing answer.
So just now at the present level of development, it will take a lot of time to regain that glory of development, because at that time we had a lot of resources, but today it is not the same.
So what are the problems in
Yes.
Bihar today for the
Yes.
development issue, for the overall improvement of lifestyle? What are
Yes,
the
sir.
problems? Very briefly.
Yes, sir. So poor infrastructure development, which itself is a factor which does not attract industries. And second, sir, low level of social development indicators. That is highest illiteracy in Bihar. It is just 63% literacy is there. And so also, sir, high level of stunting and wasting in children are also seen at 38%. And so third, there is also poor agriculture development in the state, where 66% of the people are employed in agriculture itself, but it does not contribute much to the GDP, state GDP. It is at 15%. And sir, also the level of industrial reforms which have to be there is not very significant, because the mineral base of Bihar is not good. That's why it must focus on agro-based industries which can be its strength. That we also saw in maize revolution in Bihar, where it has won prestigious awards in the national agriculture by the national ministries itself. And that's why, sir, I think the Bihar must use its strength where it lies, rather than going for something it is not being able to achieve.
But what about, governance deficit?
Yes, sir.
What about social conflict?
Yes, sir. These
These
are also
are very critical issues.
yes, sir. Governance deficit. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, Bihar has a border with Nepal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Recently, the Prime Minister of Nepal was here.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware?
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
Sir, Premchand Deuba.
Hmm?
Premchand Deuba.
No, Sher Bahadur Deuba.
Oh, sorry,
All
sir.
right. Which party does he belong to?
Yes, sir. Nepalese Congress Party.
Right. So he came here. Why did he come? Was there any tangible outcome of the visit?
Yes, sir. It was there because he inaugurated a hydropower plant. I'm not very sure. Inaugurated a hydropower plant. Inaugurated a railway line also connecting Janakpur with a in Bihar.
What is this railway line from where to where?
Yes, sir. It connects Janakpur with Sitamarhi.
Okay.
I'm not
Jayanagar.
sure. Yes, sir. Jayanagar. Sorry, sir.
Okay. And what else?
Yes, sir. And second, sir.
Okay.
Second, I'm not
thank
able
you.
to recollect, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vaibhav. Our discussion with you is over.